Hi, day 4 of the 10-day challenge, and I have to say that today is by far the best day so far. I'm feeling good. I'd say my energy levels are actually almost back to normal, and I feel like I could go work out. I'm not going to because I know I'm not getting enough to sustain me. But energy's definitely great today. Even today, I'm finding myself not really having the cravings and looking at the clock or the watch or whatever every 10 minutes hoping for the next meal. Today's been definitely way easier, and that's what I read too. So I read that it does get easier after the first few days. One of the things my wife and I were talking about, my wife she's doing really well too. So far I have dropped, what did I do, 8 or 9 pounds. I think it was 9 pounds. And my wife has dropped, she's dropped 4 pounds. Another person that's doing it, she's been doing it since Saturday. I got people that are just starting now too. There's a bunch of people doing it, but the other person has lost 6 pounds. So everybody's doing good. But my wife and I were talking, and she's like, she wants to try something different because we're doing the same thing every day. And this is one of the things that, as I was looking at it, it said food addiction, and as I was driving to one of my clients today, I was thinking about maybe that's what it is like getting over that food addiction where you feel like because it's not affecting me at all. It's like it doesn't bother me that well I'm doing the same thing over and over again. But the interesting thing is I've trained myself years ago. I mean, I've been in exercise and eating healthy for a long time now, but years ago, and it's been a process. All this didn't happen overnight, but it's like I've trained myself to where it's like what I find the value of food being is how it makes me feel, like the energy and the quality of energy that it gives me. And I think that's the way to look at it, because generally most people think like, oh, food, that tastes good, and you can have that conversation. I've had tons of conversations with people about nutrition while training, and you can just see people like, and I can sit and think of eating a real big juicy hamburger, and it's like it's going to make my mouth, and that's not even affecting me right now, which is amazing, but it's going to make my mouth water and just like, because I love hamburgers. But like if I'm thinking like a McDonald's hamburger, like some fast food joint where it's like going in and having one of those, though, it's like, and a soda, like going in and having a hamburger soda and fries, it's like, ugh, all of a sudden my stomach, like, it kind of turns a little bit because I'm just like, I don't think about how good it's going to taste while I'm eating it. I think about the way I'm going to feel after I eat it. And I mean, this is something I teach all my clients, and it's like, training yourself, and it takes a little while. It's like you got to work on it and develop it over time, and it's like this is the same thing with water. This was back when probably 15, 20 years ago when I started drinking water and quit really drinking soda. And I remember weaning off of water. It was like just drinking the water, and it tastes so tasteless to where I was like really crazy. I used to drink Gatorades. I've never been a big soda drinker, but I used to drink a lot of Gatorades and a lot of those sugary drinks. And I remember those cravings, but I remember I just kind of kept drinking water because it was like, that's where I thought water was helping me lose weight back 20 years ago when I was really into lifting weights. And that's where, hang on, I lost my train of thought there. But so it's just kind of getting you over the hump, because now it's like, I'd rather drink water than anything. I love beer, wine. I don't drink it all the time, but it's like those are things that I do love to drink. But it's like the thing that I would rather drink of anything, and my go-to choice is water, and it's not even an option anymore. So, and I wonder, because I'm not having any issues with it. Like my wife said, it's 6 more days, and yesterday when I was thinking about it, I was like 7 more days. I'm like, oh, it's gonna take so long, but today it doesn't seem so bad. And I do look forward to getting back and eating again. And kind of, like as I'm getting now, and then I'll share with you guys later as I go on, is I'm starting to develop like, okay, how am I going to make sure that I don't gain the weight back? And I'm not too concerned. Like, I'm going to lose more weight than I want to be more around 180. When I was back cycling, I always want to get down to 170, but I was like, 180 is a good weight for me. And now I'm kind of sitting thinking, like, how am I going to keep my weight at around 180, and I'll keep it there. Like that's kind of a weight that I usually will stay at as long as I don't go off of it and start eating junk. And like as I was reading articles today, and I read a bunch of them, and I'll get more into some of these on another day. But like what happens like when you're eating like this, we're only getting, if you're following without the flex meals, you're only getting around 500 to 600 calories, and if you're getting the flex, maybe 750, maybe 800 tops. I mean, I don't think it'd be, I haven't looked at the calories on the flex foods, but that's about typically what it's getting. And a couple of things I read today, like when you're following something like this, it's going to slow the metabolism down. So, and that's one of the things when it ends, like you don't want to go back to eating like all these unhealthy like bad foods for you again, because you're going to end up gaining the weight back. So, I'm not 100% on this, but my train of thought is thinking like when you get done and you finish the program is to start easing back into it. And I'll come up with something before the end of it, but I'm thinking something like, okay, like the day after just 1,000 calories, and you're like, and we'll get more into the things you want to eat after, but like 1,000 calories, then 1,200 calories, then 14. This is what I was just thinking off the top of my head today while I was driving, so I haven't really sat down and put a lot of thought into it. But you want to start easing back into it, especially if you're one who's trying to lose weight and keep the weight off. And you're going to want to start, educating. I think I said this in some other videos, but you really start educating and really start changing the foods and things that you're actually eating, because that's what's going to make a difference on you keeping the weight off. It's a process, so don't expect yourself just to change. This is a good kickstart. This could really, truly be a kickstart for people if they use it the right way and they go about it the right way. To me, it's like I'm using this to learn. I'm sure. I think I will be doing, like, especially after the third day, I will be doing other cleanses here in the future. I don't know when I'll do them, what kind, but I was reading about a bunch of them today. So anyway, I've been talking forever. I can go on forever about this stuff. I hope everybody who's doing the cleanse is feeling great, and hopefully I'll inspire some people to kind of change your lifestyle, because I think some of the things here are some good quality things for people. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.